Good morning, Sri Lanka, and welcome to The Brief, Sri Lanka's first ever made-for-YouTube news bulletin. I'm Adarsh Balasuriya. Let's start off with a look at the news that's trending today. Now, the Secretary-General of the Commonwealth has expressed his disappointment at Canada's suspension of funding for technical assistance to the organisation. In a statement made to the organisation's website, Kamala Sharma said that he was looking forward to the resumption of Canada's funding.
Sharma noted that the Mutual and Voluntary Fund is the principal means for provision of technical assistance to Commonwealth member nations. Sharma also recalled that Canada has a long and valued record of support for the work of the Commonwealth Fund for Technical Cooperation. The Secretary-General of the Commonwealth added that the difficult adjustments to Commonwealth development programs would be made.
A petition filed at the Indian Supreme Court stating that Indian troops were on the ground in Sri Lanka in 2009 has made somewhat of a mixed reaction among the people. Here's what's being said.
It is completely false. During the 2-year, 9-month-long conflict, no foreign army battled together with our army against terrorists. Our Sri Lankan army took the battle forward alone.
Prior to this, the government had said that they received aid from several countries in the final stages of the war.
We did not receive any assistance from India in that battle. We purchased arms from some countries. Some countries provided us with intelligence, not troops. Some countries gave their approval for us to continue with the battle.
The Indian Armed Forces have assisted the Sri Lankan Armed Forces in their professional development, particularly in training. There have been a number of training exercises wherein Sri Lankan Armed Forces and Indian Armed Forces could share knowledge and experience with each other.
The parents of a young woman whose body was found inside a well in Gurunagar, Jaffna, claimed that foul play was behind their child's death. The family have staged a demonstration opposite the bishop's house yesterday, demanding that the suspects responsible be arrested.
We sent her for missionary education, but the priests had spoken to my child and asked her if she had a lover before and if she could be their lover. Both of them had called her into their rooms. When she said no, they had chased after her. They had warned her not to tell anyone about this and that if she did, she would be destroyed.
When they called her on the telephone, I asked her what she spoke about with the priest. I asked her why she told the priest that she was scared. It was when I asked her that I got to know about this story. I asked my daughter why she didn't tell us about this before.
Almost 300 people remain unaccounted for after a ferry carrying 459 people capsized and sank off South Korea.
The ferry, carrying mainly school students, was travelling from the port of Incheon in the northwest to the southwest resort island of Jeju. 3 people are known to have drowned, while at least 13 have been injured.
Now, a forensics expert has told the murder trial of Oscar Pistorius that his girlfriend, Reva Steenkamp, who is accused of killing, was shot in quick succession. Now, this differs from the police ballistics, who say that there was a short break between the first Sri and Lanka,
second shots.
and welcome to The Brief, Sri Lanka's first ever made-for-you
Pistorius denies
news
intentionally
bulletin.
killing
I'm
Steenkamp in the
Adarsh
early hours of
Balasuriya.
Valentine's
Let's
Day
start
last
off with a
year.
look at the
He
news
says he
that's
fired
trending
rapidly in fear through the toilet door after he
Now, the
mistook Steenkamp
Secretary-General
for an
of the
intruder.
Commonwealth has expressed his
Prosecution says the
disappointment at
29-year-old model and law
Canada's
graduate was
suspension of
deliberately
funding
killed
for technical
after the couple
assistance
had
to
an
the
argument.
organisation. In a statement made to the organisation's website, Let's Kamala take a quick Sharma look said at that he the was forensics. looking forward to the resumption of Canada's funding.
Sharma noted that the Mutual and Voluntary Fund is the principal means for provision of technical assistance to Commonwealth member nations. Sharma also recalled that Canada has a long and valued record of support for the work of the Commonwealth Fund for Technical Cooperation. The Secretary-General of the Commonwealth added that the difficult
And that's
adjustments
a wrap
to
for this
Commonwealth
edition
development
of The
programs
Brief. I'm
would
Adarsh
be made.
Balasuriya. But before we go, remember you can like us. Please do like us on YouTube and Facebook. And of course, leave your suggestions in the comment section
in Sri
below.
Lanka
But
in
for now,
2009
remember, always
has
stay
made
brief.
somewhat of a mixed reaction among the people. Here's what's being said.